Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of our continuous coverage on Davos. We are in conversation with Krithivasan, the CEO of India's largest IT company, TCS. It's been a few days since you reported earnings, so pretty much all the operational questions are underway. But, you've come into Davos. What's the mood like? Is it too early to tell? What's on your mind? And I think this time, you're projecting TCS around being a perpetually adaptive enterprise. At least that's what you've said on the promenade. But what are you looking forward to this time around at Davos?
Starting, the mood we see is there is early signs of revival, as we talked about in the last earnings call also.
Right.
And it got validated in the last day discussion we had. And particularly in the North American clients, they are reasonably upbeat. With the regulations reducing, potential for the regulations to reduce, and maybe some interest rate cuts if it happens. There seems to be some optimism, and we'll get to know as the new administration takes over, as the new policies and comes into play. But we see some optimism there. And from a TCS perspective, as these technologies keep changing, and they evolve, and the solutions that we provide to the customers will also keep changing, which means that every organization has to be adaptable. Okay. We need to continue to train our workforce continuously, enable them to do different things. Similarly, what solutions you offer to our customers will have to adapt, and your supply chain has to adapt continuously. You need to have resilience on your supply chain. So that's what we mean by a continuously adaptable enterprise. And we help our customers achieve that while we becoming adaptable enterprise ourselves.
Too soon to tell about impact of President Trump. I mean, yesterday, first day in office, he signed off on some 12 executive orders. I mean, every hour there seems to be an executive order being signed by him. What will it mean? Will it lead to some short-term uncertainty because corporates also have to figure out, what this administration wants to do?
My view is most corporates at a broad level know where these executive orders are going to be. And so I'm not expecting any shock there. As I said, they are going into the position of optimism on this one. They will it's too early for them to take a decision, but many of them are going with the assumption that it will be very growth oriented.
Right. Krithi, broadly, if I look at it, do you think Indian IT is at the crossroads? Because we've seen now 3 years of low to mid single-digit growth minus GCC and e-commerce numbers. Those are the segments which are doing well. Are they an indication of something better? Have we kind of reached some kind of fatigue? Where are we in terms of Indian IT?
I won't say there is a fatigue, and definitely, as we've been talking about in the earnings call also, we believe that CY25 or FY26 would be a better year than the previous year, and there are really signs that justify our optimism. We have seen our order book grow, and we've seen the clients talking about new discretionary programs. So it's likely to be a better year. I don't think we have to worry any about fatigue or further pessimism.
Right. You said a few days ago in another interview that, we shouldn't be building LLMs. Let's focus on applications. This is something that is debated widely. So there are likes of you, Nandan Nilekani, saying that, India's strength is application layer. Let's focus on that. But there are also people who feel that we are perhaps missing the bus here by not focusing on LLM's foundation layer, because AI scientists we speak to say that is essential if you want a geopolitical advantage. Why do you think we should look at applications?
See, the strength of LLMs come primarily from the ability to train them with a vast amount of data. And so that's where Indian IT companies would be very good at. We'll be able to help our customers train these models, fine-tune those models, and new paradigms like agentic AI comes into play. And how do you orchestrate these models? This is where our core strength comes from. Building a model, the reason I said that we need not get into is it may not give you a competitive advantage. There are already so many open source models available. You should be able to take some of them and train them. And so there's no need to build your own model.
Right. If you look at commentary coming in from the US AI companies, right? OpenAI is talking about building super agents that can handle complex tasks. At least that was what was reported. Zuckerberg said a few days ago that we may not need human engineers. We'll make do with AI engineers. Now, considering India produces one of the largest amount of engineering talent every year, are we staring at a jobs crisis? What will this mean in terms of labor market?
See, at this time, I am not, at least from whatever I know, and we are taking a very philosophical
And again,
approach to
AI
it.
agents is
I'm talking,
huge.
like every time a new technology has come in, it has only increased the amount of work that gets delivered, and it's actually employed more people than less. And I personally believe this technology is also like that. Eventually, you may not need the same kind of engineers as we need today, but you would need people with different skill sets, but you will need more people. So we have to be training the people in what are those new roles people have to perform, and get them ready for the new age. So we are not looking at less number of people being employed. We are still looking at more number of people, but they may not be the typical programmer of today. Okay, somebody could be a model orchestrator, somebody could be a model trainer, somebody could be assuring the model. So the roles could be different, but I don't think that it will be to a less number of people grossly. The gross number of people employed would still be higher, is my guess.
And will it be up to the IT companies to again retrain engineers?
Yes, but that's what we are up to, right? Like we will be training the people. We continue to train the people already. We will be doing that.
Right. Lastly, Krithi, is there a sense that IT companies are putting shareholders first and employees last? Because in order to show better margins, and I'm not talking about one company, various companies are doing various things. Either they are deferring hikes, fresher compensation hasn't gone up, or lateral hires are put on hold. There is a sense that employees are perhaps coming last in the table.
No, not necessarily. Like, at least I can speak for TCS. Right? We always said that the two pillars of our growth are customer centricity and employee empathy, and that continues to be the most important pillar. And see, for instance, EP offers getting delayed. Like we have to react some to the market situation, or deferring trainee onboarding time. We see what is the demand in the market, but we also have to appreciate the fact within TCS, we have honored every offer we have made. Sometimes it gets delayed, but we have honored every offer. And you also talked about fresher salary not increasing, which is not factually true. What we have also done is we have classified the trainees we take into multiple talent groups. So the more potential someone shows, we've been able to onboard them at a much higher salary. Even if someone comes at a lower salary, we give them a pathway. Say, we tell them that if you can clear these certifications, you will go into the faster track and your salary levels will increase. So we are giving them opportunity to increase their salary by qualifying themselves. So it's not true that the fresher salary remains same. Like if you're looking at the lowest fresher salary, but probably that's not moved. But we've been close to 40% of the people we take today are at a higher salary than what we used to take before.
Right. Lastly, any expectation on the budget?
As long as the budget makes doing business easy, and we don't have newer regulations, we are quite happy. Like the overall business environment is good, so there is no specific expectation as long as we don't have new constraints or regulatory requirements.
Any favorite AI app that you have?
No, I use multiple apps. I don't have one single app to call out today.
Great. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
talking to us.
Thank
Thank you.
Thanks.